from where you are watching us from. This is Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to bring you the gospel of redemption. We are here to speak that bitter truth and we are here to set the record straight. If today is the first time of coming across our channel and across our video, and you like the way we are propagating this gospel of Biafra without fear or favor, please kindly subscribe, like, and share. Very important. We are here to set the record straight. We are here to speak that bitter truth, regardless of who is involved. Regardless of who is involved, we are here to speak the truth. I believe you see the title of this broadcast. Dear friends, I want to ask you guys a question. At this very point in time, we don't have to we don't have to twist words. We don't have to pretend. We have to say it the way it is. The question I'm asking is very simple. Does it mean that Finland not know that Nigeria is reintegrating non-terrorists into their military architectures? Does it mean Finland is not aware? Does it mean that Finland is not aware of how Nigeria is treating terrorists with kid gloves? Are they not aware? Biafrans, like I said, and I will keep saying it, I said, you see this Western nation, this capitalist nation, then what interests them more is their interest. Anything short of interest, so long as it's African nation, they don't care. Even if you are their citizen, they don't care. So long as you are from Africa, what concerns them is their interest. We got to say it the way it is. MNK is a living witness, a citizen of England, a UK citizen who studied and lived almost all his life in England. Look at the persecution. Look at the persecution he's going through in Nigeria. UK have not said they've not said anything. And you want to tell me that Finland will be different? Does it mean Finland don't know the atrocities of Nigerian state? Are they going to tell us they are not aware because they have their security, they have their security intelligence, they have their intels? Are they not aware that the vice president of Nigeria today, being Shetima, was the one that formed Boko Haram? Are they not aware? Are they not aware how Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other terrorist groups in Nigeria have been invading military base, ransacking, and making away with their heavy ammunitions? Are they not aware? We all know that before Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Government in Exile, embarked on this journey, we saw him when he visited the office of the Prime Minister of Finland. We saw him when he visited the office of the President of Finland, and he submitted documents which he showed us on social media. We saw it. And he made it categorically clear that Nigerian state have buyed Biafrans and they can't keep watching. They can't keep watching because they are a human being that they buy. There will be a way you will buy somebody. At a point, the person will start, will start resisting you. I believe this is what Biafrans are doing, and of which Simon Ekpa is the one spearheading it, the resistance. Now, look at the charges they came up with. I believe you all saw the charges that he is inciting terrorism act or terrorism whatever. Now, the person that formed the unknown terrorist, the person that formed it, that person is not is not committing any crime. Look at the way they are treating Boko Haram. Even they take it looks as if you are a Boko Haram or if you are a terrorist, you will get preferential treatment in Nigeria more than when you were a normal or a good law-abiding citizen because we have seen how they are being taken care of. We've seen it. We have seen it how they are being taken care of. But please, as you are joining, I don't know if I'm coming out loud and clear. I don't know if I'm coming out loud and clear. Please, if I'm coming out loud and clear, write it in the comment section, please. If you are hearing my voice loud and clear, please write it in the comment section. Yes, you are hearing me. So, as I was saying, does it mean Finland is not aware of how Nigeria is treating terrorists? Are they not aware? What is the crime? The various charges they gave Simon that is inciting. What do they mean by inciting? That if you buy us, we'll buy you back. That Nigerian military or Nigerian security agents that are in different checkpoints or they'll have different checkposts in Biafra land should live there because the people whom we are victims of kidnappers said they were kidnapped very close to checkpoint, military checkpoint. Even some at the checkpoint, while seeing the checkpoint, they will feel that they are safe, not knowing that they are even close to their almost end of their journey in life. So even when MNK said it, he was here with us. He also said something. Now check the northern part of Nigeria where terrorists are ravaging, where these guys are ravaging the whole places. There is no military checkpoint. At a point, what's his name? This actor, is it Kanayo? He said he traveled from Ibadan to Lagos. He said he never, when he was on the vehicle traveling back to Lagos because he went on a mission. He went for something in Ibadan. So while going back to Lagos, he didn't meet any checkpoint. But in the case of Southeast, from Enugu to Onitsha, you will meet series of military checkpoints, police checkpoints. At a point, you will see joint tax for checkpoint. And they are there doing what? Extorting money from our people, collecting money from our people. You all saw the video of a journalist. He said he has heard a lot of things about insecurity in Southeast, that it was IPOB or Biafrans that causing the insecurity. She said she traveled down to Southeast to do, forensic and first-hand investigation to know who are the actual people causing the insecurity. I believe you all saw the video on social media. The video made round. Video was, it trended. Was it last month or last 2 months? He said, lo and behold, he discovered that it was the military man. Even at a point, she came down from a vehicle and confronted them, said, look at the way you guys are. Even looking at you guys, people will be terrified. Why blocking this road? That you guys are the one enforcing the sit at home. But the narrative that is being pushed out there is that Biafrans are the one doing what? Biafrans are the one, or people fighting for Biafra are the one enforcing sit at home. They are the ones enforcing sit at home. But what he's seeing here is different thing entirely. It's different thing entirely. Different thing entirely. So these are the things we are seeing. Does it mean that Finland is not aware? Are they not aware of the activities of Nigeria when it comes to how they treat terrorists? Does it mean they are not aware? What is that thing they don't know about Nigerian state? When I read what they said about PM, the charges they leveled against him, the charges they leveled against Simon, they said, sure. Anyway, I'm not surprised because they are Western country. They are Western country. Biafra, this is what we got to know. This is what we got to know. These guys are Western nations. Their selfish interest is what is paramount to them. Their selfish interest. Please like and share. I don't know if you guys are hearing me. If you are hearing me, please share. Like and share the video, please. I beg of you. If you are hearing me, like and share. If what I'm saying I'm making sense to you, please like and share. Very important. Like and share. Very, very important. So as I was saying, I saw some people, they were jubilating. When I checked, it was people, what's their name? People following the US. They were the ones sharing the news that broke yesterday on the charges they leveled against Simon. Then I asked one of them, all these things you guys are jubilating, what is the difference between the charges Nigeria leveled against our leader MNK? Is it different? Is there anything different? Is there anything different from the charges they leveled against him? Still the same thing. But one thing we have to understand as a freedom fighter is that you are bound to see this thing. You are bound what MNK and Simon Onema they are facing. As a freedom fighter, you are bound to see it. These are the things you will see as a freedom fighter. We should use the case of Syria president today. Are we talking about not only Syria, even Afghanistan? At first, they will call you rebel. Later, they will call you terrorist. But if you are consistent, if you persist in pursuing your agenda, they will have no option than to recognize you and call you for negotiation, of which we are seeing it now. Of which we are seeing it now is being played out in the case of Syria. The man they placed bounty on his head. They placed bounty on his head, 10 million US dollars. If you can get him alive or dead, it's 10 US. But under Joe Biden's administration, they said they will pay you. They will pay you 10 million today. Trump is negotiating with him, even pleading with him to recognize the state of Israel. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So what I'm saying in a nutshell, we shouldn't relent. We shouldn't relent, but what we have to do now is that we have to go back to our drawing board. We have to go back to our drawing board. I must be honest with you guys. The same West looking for every means to bring out Ibrahim Traore, who is doing a very fantastic job, very tremendous job. Please, as you are joining, like and share so that YouTube will give notification, or YouTube will, push the video to other people, other YouTube users' feed to see that I'm live. So what I'm saying is this: it's high time we go back to our drawing board. Yes, that's the gospel truth. It's high time we go back to our drawing board and re-strategize back. Because Amambo Otunogbe, Ababo Otunogbe, or Sobeka Kapelako, Ogbe Kapelako. Because from all indication, we've seen that, West, people from the West, these guys, they solely rely on Africa. That if Africa happens to push them out, man, they will suffer it. So they are doing everything possible to make sure that they tie Africa down, that Africa didn't grow, that Africa remains their this thing, remains where they get resources to sustain themselves. And we should not forget that this Finland, they've joined NATO. We should not forget that in a haste, that they've joined NATO. They have joined NATO. If we really want to achieve this freedom, I will keep saying it to only all the home my hand when I keep because the reason why I get to Kwezoku is that a lot of people have died for the sake of Biafra. Ayaya hapu ala na anwapu. Ayama hapu ala na anwapu. Ayama hapu fuzo siofia. And we will not allow ourselves that mistake I made before they repeat it itself. No matter the tie, no matter the this thing, we need to we need to we need to have another alternative. We shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket. We shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket. You get gonna there's something one of my guy then when I was in Nigeria, when I was in Lagos, he's a Yoruba guy. In the family, they have Muslim, they have Christian, and their family is a political family. The father, that my friend with the father, they are staunch member of APC, whereas the mother with the other of the siblings, they are staunch member of PDP. And I asked him, say, guy, when our family confuse me, oh, and the father na Muslim, the mother na Christian, they go redeem. I say, guy, on our family they confuse me, oh, your mama na Christian, your papa na Muslim, and you too, you follow your papa na Muslim, you be also. He tell me, say, I say, I don't understand. You see why we say when I wait people when I not sabi politics. I say, what do you mean? He say, we don't sabi politics. He say, as it is so now, if they come from APC, them go they bring and come house. If not for PDP, they solve. In mama with him brothers, they go to bring and come house. The most important thing be say something they enter house. I say, I can't look am. He say, yes now. He say for Muslim, you know, say for Nigerian politics, he say you cannot rule out religion in Nigerian politics. He say sometimes they go call them for more, say, oh boy, better day, oh, they go go there, collect, bring home. For the mama side, for the Christian side, something goes up there, they go bring and come home. So what am I saying? I'm using this thing as an illustration. It's high time when ndị na-agba egwu west na-agba egwu west onwe ndị nwere access to eastern bloc ha gbaba egwu side the most important thing we're gonna na-enweta Biafra, because if we put our hope in this west ndị a ga-apịawa anyị azụ. I'm telling you guys the gospel truth too. I know some people might not like what I'm saying, but I can't help it. I have to say it. I have to say it because you can't tell me that even this president, I could remember when this very president of Finland won the election. PM said he made a tweet. It's like he even made a broadcast or tweet. He said, one achieved, remain one. And that one he was talking about was Trump. Yes, if you guys could flash back, when this very president of Finland won the election, and it happens to be his guy, according to him, he said they've known for many years. He said one achieved, remaining one. Now, I have to go ka esibona maybe Mose. I have to go ka esibona maybe Mose. Always by the one why they feel that's not up till now. What I'm keep asking myself, up till now, they will tell you they are still doing investigation. What investigation are they doing up till now? Now, what they are coming up to tell us is that it's not inciting violence on social media. But can they incite violence in Nigeria, if I may ask? You that is watching me, or you that will later watch this program, between Biafra and Nigeria, can they incite violence? These are the people that their own citizens who believed in Nigeria. We are protesting for police brutality. Protesting for police brutality. They were with Nigerian flag, singing Nigerian national anthem. These guys don't even have pity or remorse. They went there with live bullet by people like tomorrow no day. These guys are they are very good at intimidating. Any slightest thing they will okay now. Look at this guy that called Ebube Joseph. I think Ebube Joseph. Because the guy was lamenting of what is going on in Hamufu, calling Enugu state governor. Why are you silent? Why are people are being pied? You are the governor. You said you are the chief security of the state. I don't know if you guys know that guy Ebube. The guy took it upon himself, printed banner, calling on Enugu state governor to do something. Now I heard that the guy has been missing. The guy has been missing. All they do is to silence people, and they will come out to tell you they are practicing democracy. They will come out to tell you they are practicing democracy. It's democracy. Whereas you can't air your view, you can't air your opinion. Once you say what you know that is right, once you said if things, bad things they are doing, they will look for me. It's either they buy you or silence you. Is that the way forward? They don't want critics at all. They don't want criticism. Since you don't want criticism, why can't you do the right thing? Or do you think that you will be even animal? There is a way you will oppress animal, even goats. You will know that goats, they fight back. E get as you go take maltreat goat, you go see goat, you go turn back to fight you. Even chicken, okuko, there is a way you will maltreat okuko, chicken. The chicken will come back and start pursuing you. How much more human being? How much more human being? You are not doing the right thing. You are oppressing people. If people talk, you look for means to silence them. Is that the way forward? Is that the way forward? Is that the best way? What is that thing that Finland don't know about Nigeria? Why are they still keeping Simon? Before Simon could join this Biafra struggle, they've been buying IPOB members. Even Trump, when Trump won his first election, 2020, IPOB members that gathered to jubilate that Trump won the election, they buy them in cold blood. They don't talk anything about it. They didn't say anything about it. Even till today. That's so what they did. Biafrans. Eh? That's so what they did. If you talk, they specialize in molesting people. It's only in Nigeria that their security agents will tell you, they will buy you and nothing will happen. And you will think it's a joke. They will buy you. At the end of the day, nothing will happen. There's no country that you will go, you will see their military outside. You can't see their military outside. Even their police, you hardly see them with gun. You hardly see them with gun. But their security is very tight. But in Nigeria, even road safety, they are carrying gun with live ammunition. Any slightest thing, they don't shoot. They specialize in what? Buying people. They specialize in buying people. Does it mean Finland is not aware of these things, Biafrans? Does it mean they don't know what is going on in Nigeria? So what is the essence of all those documents? All those people that Nigeria state have buyed, that he took the picture to the various authorities in Finland, telling them, look at What Nigerian state? Look at what they are doing. And henceforth, we can't fold our hands. That if they buy us, we buy them back because we are in a freedom fight and want to liberate ourselves. Even this Finland, they are aware of 1967 war. Even the Finland themselves, it was through PM we got to know that when they were fighting that war, they told their children in school that while they are eating, they should remember there are hungry children in Africa, Biafra, who are being starved to death. What? Tell me that thing Finland don't know about Nigeria. Tell me that in Finland don't know about Biafra. What is that thing? What is that thing they don't know? They know everything. Why still keeping? So you want to tell me that the people they will listen to Obro Nigeria, Obro Nigeria can get before these guys pick up arms, before they start talking the way they are talking, did they started in that way? They were asking for referendum. They were only asking for referendum. We are tired of Nigeria. We are tired of Nigeria. You guys are not treating us fair. All the things you guys agreed to carry out after the war, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation, you guys never kept to the you guys' words. I mean, Nigerian state. You look okay now. Recently, now look at what is going on in Jam. You want to tell me that this is not a deliberate act? Just look at this present issue that is trending now about Jam. The whole 5 eastern states, even the Lagos they included, the most people who were affected were Igbos who also lives or resides in Lagos. To tell you that, you want to tell me why this eastern state? Why? 5 eastern states were affected. You want to tell me that this is not a deliberate act? Now they've extended this hatred and tribalism to our children, innocent children that knows nothing. They've extended this to them. Why must it be Igbos that this thing will affect more? Because they have checked, they see that trust our children, they brain na fire. They brain na fire. They must have seen that if they publish their results, it will look as if people who are agitating to, like we that are agitating to leave Nigeria, will say, at least you all have seen that our children will start using this jump as a reference, that our children are smart, that we can't afford to remain in Nigeria. We want to harness this brain, because the more we continue to live in Nigeria, this brain, at the end of the day, the girls among them will start, either they start doing hookup or go into prostitution, because even the hookup is even prostitution. Are you talking about the guys? They will start taking hard drugs like colos and so on. We need to have our nation to do to harness these potentials, to harness the potential. So what am I saying? I'm still talking. I'm still reflecting on how PM went to various Finnish authorities. You, or does it mean that you listening to me, are you not aware how PM, we saw him, he took his time to explain to Finland why he chose to embark on this fight for Biafra restoration, because he can't be enjoying in Finland playing politics in Finland, whereas his people, they are being massacred. His people are being pied in numbers, and he will pretend as if he doesn't see it. That he that the conscience is disturbing him. That he has chosen to fight to liberate his people. He made this known to Finnish authority. Why is Finnish authority still holding him? Why do Finnish authority, you know, because if you watch what Finnish or what they said according to this thing, if you watch what they published, you will see that it still tangles with what Nigerian state is doing. Now, this thing they want to charge PM, that charges. So, what findings did they also? What are their own findings in the side of Nigeria? What are their own findings? So, Nigerian state, they are innocent. Nigerian state, they are innocent. They are not guilty. Or just Simon wake up one morning, according to them, they said he's inciting violence or he's inciting terrorist act or whatever. That junk they wrote. So he just wake up one morning and start inciting violence or inciting whatever. He just wake up one morning. There is a way you will push somebody. There is a way you will maltreat somebody. The person will resist you. The person will say no. Enough of this. People will come out with flag. They will buy them. Peaceful protest. They will buy them. Or does it mean that Finland don't want to? Are their citizens not doing protest in their country? Does it mean that Finnish citizens they are not doing protest in their country? So they want to tell us that if their citizens comes out to do protest, they will send their security agents or their military to buy their citizens. Is that what Finland is trying to let us know? Let's remove Biafra from this equation now. What about Nigerian citizens, people who still believe in Nigeria? Each time to a point that they came out to protest for hunger, hunger, that the hunger is much. The reality is there. People can't afford to eat. They came out to protest. They still send soldiers to go and buy them. These are the ones that believe in Nigeria. They still send soldiers to go and buy them. Does it mean Finland is not aware of this? Are they not aware? Now, the way I see this thing now, looks as if it's West against Africa. The way they see this thing now is between West and Africa. Yeah, well, these are the same thing, but I'm not Ibrahim Toure, MNK, the same thing. All these things are West. Now still West. They don't want Africa. Why these guys don't have conscience? Their ancestors of this Africa, you bought them as slaves. You used them. You buy them. You use them to develop your place. After doing all these things, you still came back to be milking their resources. For how many centuries? At least I know that slave trade was almost 400 years. Slave trade business. They did the business almost 400 years. That's approximately 3 centuries, 4 centuries. 4 centuries. At this West made this business, slave trade business. Then after that one, they still come back again. They colonize. After colonization, they left and still, come back again for new colonialism. The resources of this Africa, they are milking it, using it to develop their place. Then you are asking me there is certain song. They are the one that even manufactured this name Satan. They will be telling you there is Satan somewhere. Yeah, that's not their actions. What they are doing, if there is anything called Satan, a man are these people would a particular race going to this thing. After Konzo as slave, America you are seeing today, they built that America was slave. When they were doing this business, a lot of our people that took on money because out of their greedy, the cheap hardware couldn't contain. When it gets to the high sea, the thing and then wave. They they carried our ancestors and let them just to make sure that the ship balance. Or let them to put any memory. That Messiah any na against we blacks. Mechakwachi yakoba again colonize I. Guy is our resources in Okwadia. The panel use it this 21st century no woman now. Into devil waketa managina now. They don't want to leave Africa. They don't want to leave Africa. The resources there are want to do that they will be milking the resources. Now the people that stood up to say, no, you can't continue to milk us. I mentioned a Wuhan Chanine. Ibrahim Tuare is in again now. In this very world again. Then you tell me now repentance none of these guys are plan. It seems that these people will not have money get me here. Are they not hearing on how are they not seeing how Nigerian state is buying their France? Are they not seeing it? How many petitions can I get together these people? I got a petition. How many petition? How many complain? How many protests? Even on their own soil, our people have protested about the brutality of Nigerian state. They do eye as if they know they see her. They do ear as if they know they hear. Now our people say no, we no go agree. They now know that now somebody is inciting violence. As if the person wake up one morning and start inciting violence. What led? What led to that incitement? If at all there is anything like incitement, what led to it? Put the incitement. Can you put the incitement? If at all there is anything like incitement, okay, Biafrans, nobody should stand up for them. That is what they want. As they buying Biafrans, everybody should what? Should remain calm. It look better for these people. I'm telling you the gospel truth. There is something this guy said, Abimama, speak talenting. Most landing down at Ojo Undanity Alakubao. Onda Undindan at Ojo. And if you watch what is going on in Nigeria, if you know the same thing, I use go Nigeria as a case study. How How many times can you go na Abugo news? You then do bunny when down at bunny when do one. How many times? How many times? And then they bring Christianity for us. So tomorrow being Sunday night, who are the people that brought this Christianity to us? Now we that embraced this Christianity because for Yoruba believe in tradition. How they are, you have to go. The people that embraced this Christianity more in Africa are we Biafrans. That we embrace this Christianity. Anglican came, we embraced it. Roman Catholic came, we embraced it. Now we are in now even our existence is under threat. What are they saying? Are they supporting us? Rather, people who never embraced the religion they brought on their side, we that embrace the one they brought for us, they don't send us. Always now, people who are going to Catholic will go to Catholic. People who are going to Anglican will go to Anglican. Then you will ask yourself, now we are facing threat of our existence is under threat by the native Sinana. These people that will embrace the religions they brought for us, what are they saying? Kiani, what are they doing to help us in this situation? What are they doing? Practically doing nothing. Rather, any voice that rise up to say no, to challenge that Siana, they will look for means to silence the person just because of what they are getting from Nigeria, just because of oil and gas. And this oil and gas is not from our own side. Just because of it, they decided to turn blind eyes. They decided to join hands and to persecute us. That is why sometimes when you are talking about, you cannot, that is why when you talk about religion, some people will tell you, no, don't go there. See, damn it, we have to speak the truth. I get even before these guys came, our name alone, the name we bears, Afaina glorify God. We know God more than these people. We believe in God more than these people. We believe in supreme being. We communicate with our God. We believe in Chiuku. We believe in Chiuku. The name will appear, the name will answer. Glorify God. Not when you talk about, because another thing that is derailing us in this Biafra restoration is the mentality of this religious mentality we are applying in this Biafra restoration. That is part of the problem we are suffering. Because at the end of the day, you will not be serious to liberate yourself. You will not be serious to liberate yourself, because the pastors themselves, they are also equally selfish. They can't preach this gospel of freedom in their pulpit, because they know if they happen to preach this gospel of emancipation, of this freedom at their pulpit, if Biafra is restored, everybody will be busy. Most of the things we are saying that no witchcraft and kanka, you will see that even for self will just imagination, because there will be job opportunity. Everybody will do business now. All this free money now pulpit 30 minutes, tight, seed offering, you cannot be bringing all those money. You cannot be bringing all those money. So no way siding only feeling na Biafra be no office here image because when we time for we will worship our God. We will worship our God. Yes. Oh guys say before the white men came. The people that brought this Christianity, only one about the worker. Nda wutara ihe no na I on a persecution. Kiri ihe dem. What are they doing to help us in this condition? Britain, wutara Anglican, and they claim to be a Christian nation. Ndị na-etisi ya na na-egbu anyị. Even in that Britain, they gave a lot of privileges to ndị na-etisi ya na. But MNK gwara ya if ndị na-etisi ya na on na support ka unu were emegide anyị were persecute anyị. Na ndị Britain should watch. Na ndị ga-ewuru their place. They are building momentum. One day, ọ ga-akpọtụ di ya. One day, ọ ga-akpọtụ di ya. Finland is a Christian nation. I think the major distance is a Methodist or whatever. They are Christian nation or Orthodox. Does it mean are they not aware that Nigeria, which everybody knows today that Nigeria is a Muslim nation, is Finland not aware that even their president at the point made a tweet now Christian they are so terrified about Biafra. Why? Even this this Christian whatever they held in US is not persecuted and they persecute Christian. We saw our acting PM Morgan Kerry there. We saw him, he was there. Was he given opportunity to speak to Biafrans? They never did. Though he was there, they never gave him. Christian in Nigeria, Christian in Nigeria. They gave one bishop from Middle Belt any opportunity to speak. The man spoke. And I was in the Christian go because most of people from Middle Belt are convert, but I convert. One day this Islam convert. I am in our place go predominantly Christian. They can never say I'm a catapult Biafra. You problem that I am and they are killing Christian. What are you gonna and associate about Biafra? They are killing Biafrans and associate who are on the west. I may pon Kunani Bunde Biafra. How I was west how Biafrans. I'm asking question. Why is it that they don't want to say they are buying Biafrans? Why would you why are they calling Nigerian Christian? In that Nigeria, who are the people that embrace that Christianity more? The whole family, no family on a Biafra land about a Christian. The Methodist and the Anglican and the Pentecostal and the Catholic and the one that is dominating is Catholic and Anglican. You don't go talk. They didn't now just make resources. So all these things is because of resources. All these things because of resources. Now that resources are now ever called that gas yeah. Britain waiting a pipeline from Biafra land waiting Atlantic Ocean the pipe that is why they never complained when the Russia decided because Russia piped gas to all these European nations. How many can they use that can Biafra hand in the pipe here? They were a gas field in Liverpool. Pasalaha. Biafrans, if we look, I will hope why it's here this Western nation. One the naga wine. I'm telling you the gospel truth to Nda, these capitalist people. Ndaga wine na ndaga eme why obi. Okamana ezobalo onwe because you can't tell me that not that PM just started doing this thing in Finland. That is the most annoying part. Even case in K did to compare to MNK. MNK only registered IPOB and Radio Biafra start broadcasting from London. But in the case of Simon, Onya will compile everything. Compile or Brujuan offices in Danine. He compiled both the horror, both in video document, in video tape, in written one, but get to the appropriate authority because he is a politician right there. He know the appropriate authorities where to submit all those things. Now Nigeria, a class they did meet here and say the same person that submit here, they pay her no which they themselves acknowledge they incite violence. Before we submit that thing, that able was he the one that incited the violence before we won that able? All those documents all those spying he gathered and submitted to them. Was he the one that incited Nigerian state before we won that able? In the 1967 or 1945 program, Amona Simon then. That time they were telling their children that if they are eating, they should remember there are people called Biafrans, their children are being starved. The same Nigerian state, they are being starved, and some of them are dying out of starvation. Amona Simon then. Or you want to tell me that these people not in their government today, if na Mubeha then, at least they are not like blacks that don't read history. They must have been, taught about the history. They are aware. Even according to PM, said they were trying to build one church during that 67 and 68. Finnish authorities said no, they can't be building this church when innocent children are being starved to death in Africa and they are Biafrans. You want to tell me that people who are in their authority today, that they are not aware of all these things? Is it not the same Nigerian state that we are starving Nigerian children, Biafran children there? What is that in Finland don't know about Nigeria and Biafra? Have anything changed? Have Nigeria changed their attitude towards Biafra? Rather, it increased. It increased. I tell you the gospel truth to Biafrans. I don't know if you guys are feeling the pain the way I'm feeling. I don't know if you guys are feeling this pain I'm feeling because it's not about trying to be political correctness here. I'm a realistic human being. Very realistic human being. For Finland, entertaining nonsense from Nigeria at first place. For them listening to Nigeria, knowing that Nigeria, when it comes to human rights violation, how top notch on it. For them still holding Simon up till now shows me that now I have to say if anyone a conscience. Yes, I have to say it. Don't want to only I pretend here. For them to hold Simon up till now, knowing the history of Nigeria, knowing how Nigeria is a Bundi Biafra, knowing how Nigeria specialized in extrajudicial buying. For them to hold Simon up till now, one day it calls for concern that these people, Okochukwu, not the same people. There is no difference between them and the UK and the UK window. There is no difference. Only God knows here Nigeria promise go have. because Nigeria is ready to tread anything. You see these ones controlling Nigeria. These guys are ready to tread anything to make sure that Nigeria remains one. These guys are ready to give, even they are ready to give gas field to Finland because after Simon hold their problem. They are ready to tread anything. They are ready to give out anything. Can Nigeria remain on one so that they will be looting? They will be looting Nigeria. And where these guys, and even the people championing this thing, na Igbo politician, I'm telling you the gospel truth. The people championing this thing, na Igbo politician. All the time we keep calling the name the Yoruba. Then I champion this thing to make sure that this Nigeria remain one with Igbo politicians and the so-called leaders who na them because they prefer habata he will sign in, he will convoy, and I buy your excellency, I need to fafa. You get gonna and I worship and I bow around worshiping them, bowing for them. At the point they will just bring out peanuts. This is what this is what gives them joy. These guys are legal too committed that the only thing that gives them joy will all that if they come out in public place, they will be hailing them, calling them names. That's really the moment of joy, moment of happiness in their life. In their closet, when these guys are alahola, they are battling with their conscience based on the kinds of commitment and not into. And they know if Biafra comes, like how that only moment of happiness and joy they often have, which is poor people hailing them, calling their names, it will no longer be there because when the was going out for you real, when he can no billion in other nations, you will be living with a multi-billionaire. Like this place I'm living, you will see a big order for police. He will be a neighbor. In the morning, he will just enter his car without even escort and go to work. But the person in his position in Nigeria, eh, they born you well to live close to him. They don't born you well. If he's going to work or he's going out for convoy, even the street, security men everywhere. But here, sometimes he will even be, discussing and having fun with you. You guys will be discussing, having fun. You ever know a 3-star, 4-star self when you get an abo neighbor? You no go know. Sometimes Anna Paul self they cannot not even wear their uniform. The uniform office, they will just wear casual wear. They don't even like people to know their rank. Put in place immigration soldier. Soldier when I for the hanya with you self. You can live with a soldier for years as a neighbor. You cannot even know that he's a soldier. But in Nigeria, he's a if you're an Ebuka. These are the things that gives them joy. That is why they want us to remain in that slavery. They want us to remain in that slavery. Therefore, as that thing they published in Nigerian media, one day we will not hear published in our different national dailies in Nigeria. Published. We shouldn't take it for granted. I want us to reflect and ponder over it. You see, with this West, nothing is impossible. With this Western nation, nothing is impossible. You can't rule out possibility of them behaving like the normal Western nation. This Finland you are seeing, their own case is not different from other Western nations. Nah, what gives you? Their own case is not different. We will have to start now to make hay when the sun shines. I could see GA future before changing Hawaii. I will make it that will if future because if you fail, that take care on our way. Get why we wouldn't allow them to take us on our way. We wouldn't allow them. I don't know what yeah, what law works or what law no work. And I got that. Carry the catch in Finland, the law work, law no work. Now them make that law so. And these people, when it comes to black skin, we know G, S and the aqua. Now, when it comes to G, they don't send despite their contribution, despite their impact in their society. One on warranty, na ha ga-eji gị wee chụọ aja wee nweta something, they are willing to do it. Rather, ya ekwu gbasara ha. You are just citizen by we call citizen by marriage. You are not aborigine. You are poor, they are real. I'm telling you guys the gospel truth. The way these guys, these Westerners, the way they are wired. So I didn't know actually we have to make hay when the sun shines. Holding PM up till now and bringing out this nonsense. I hope that's not charges they charge against him. That is to tell you Nanda no one the same people. Okochuku are the same people. Nigeria Jego Haji. Yes. Nigeria J resources Haji Wogu. Kali Jeme Arianda Anya. Na Gune Zuku. Kali Jeme Arianda Finland Anya. I don't know what PM is still doing in their custody. As not an investigation, they should give them time to. What are they investigating for? Crying out loud. That is what I don't want to hear again. See, they are still doing their investigation. Anyway, child, they have come up with their findings now. Their findings we high from media. Their findings we high from media. I have to be honest with you people. West, huh? By now, Biafrans, by now, if what is happening to Ibrahim Toure, it's just that it looks as if God will just want to open Biafran's eyes. My brother, how would they? Nigeria will add all. Let me tell you the gospel truth. Don't say there is nothing like all. Okay? Don't say there is nothing like all. You must sacrifice these guys are doing? Do you mandate that any sinando? The must sacrifice these guys are making. Can I make each other Nigeria remain on one? Eh? Do you know the sacrifice in that name? The machanda na true. The macha these people are true. Do you know what they are doing to make sure that this time even remain on one? My brother, don't rule away anything at this very point in time. Don't rule away anything at this point in time. Now, about the truth. You don't know what we are wrestling. This one is no longer battle. Wrestling. Do you know who? Do you know the people we are wrestling with? We are wrestling with principalities and powers. If I'm not telling the truth, then you go and say your own truth. If I'm not telling the truth, go and say your own truth. So now again, carnal man, carnal man cannot, carnal person cannot understand the things of spirit. Poor here, no more him. You don't know that Nigeria all principalities and powers. Up till now, they don't have light. General joke. 21st century, they don't have light. You don't know the principalities and powers. They means when Jonathan was empowered, yeah. Also now, when he was in power, sometimes he will be ghost. You know, do you know what is in Asurok? You don't know the principalities and powers controlling forces in that place about damnation, Nigeria. Chai's play, put extra meat. No need of responding Mugu like you. Biafrans will have to be serious because this West, this Nigeria, they're ready to tread anything. So long as that Nigeria remain one, they are ready to do anything. They are ready to do undo. It's for us to do what? It's for us to buckle our belt. For us to buckle our belt. How much? I don't know if you are in Nigeria. When JEJ was there, how much is a tuber of yam, Mugu? How much is a tuber of yam? How much is a bag of rice then? How much is bag of rice? You as you are now, can you afford bag of rice? Can you buy bag of rice and dash people? You're writing junk. Can you afford bag of rice now? So just buy a bag of rice and give people. Take. Go and buy yam now. Go and buy one tuber of yam and dash people. Go and eat. Say, can you compare them with JEJ? Mugu. They send you here. If you only say about boy, when you go bago. In a gatana, waka company is support here now. The only use support here now get when you go back. Born, you know. Biafrans, you know, sometimes they will send on piam one. Now more Georgia, Banangor, you got to go, was not again. Ekusimba. Champion, champion, one. I got the there. You got to go. Anakatezito mumpiampia muanua and manifesting up and down. Like this one is manifesting here. You have to go like this one is manifesting here. But very soon I will cast out that demon in you. To pour church on one on him. We don't work. City call on. West can do undo. The case of Ibrahim Toure ought to open our eyes. Look at the marvelous work the guy is doing. Look at the marvelous work he's doing. Now, free education there, electricity free. If you have money to establish industry, establish electricity is free. Now, if you have to go to school, and the guy said, whatever you read in school, whatever you studied in school, if you come out, you have to do what practicalize it. If you happens to study engineering, if it's civil engineering, construction of roads, that is Burkinabes that will be constructing their road. They want to build their place from scratch. When what's his name? When Trump invited him, When Trump invited Ibrahim told him, I am busy. Oh. I am busy building my country. O so n'ihe ara ji wee gbaa Trump. Trump si na onye ahụ arrogant human being. Ọ bụ arrogant nwoke na-azụ onwe. I am busy building my country. I have a lot of works to do. I have a lot of works to do. I'm building my country. You know, the case of that guy, to me, I would say that God want to use Ibrahim Traore matter to open our eyes. Because be as it may, God answers prayer through man. Now, man, God they use answer prayer. God cannot come down from heaven. Like MNK said, it's not Chukwukika, it's what will give us Biafra. God will not come down from heaven to give us Biafra. God will use people to give us Biafra. And our own is to identify the right people that through him or through them we will achieve our freedom. The people we are hoping on, believing that they will give us this Biafra or they will help us to achieve this Biafra. With their recent behavior, to whom everybody, even the blind, only police is feeling the impact of Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. A blind person is feeling the impact of that man. God decided the people we are putting hope on, believing that they will do something to liberate us from this bondage. They said the man we all know, everybody know, it is doing wonders. He took his people, he take them first. He vowed to make sure that he will use what the nation have to build their nation. That enough of this word that these Western nations are saying that Burkina Faso, if they are rating poor nations in the world, they will rate them as a poor nation. He said they are sick. He is sick. Him and his government, they are sick and tired of hearing that word, that poor. Burkina Faso is a poor nation. They need to give them grant. They need to give them loan. He said he is sick and tired of hearing this. Now, he wants to use what they have to develop their place, to build his people. What did they say? They say he's using what they have to protect himself. Look at anywhere he's going. Check the number of convoy that is following him. Check the number of security personnel that are following him. Check the convoy of Nigerian president. Check the number of security agents that are following him. Can you compare it with that of Ibrahim Traore? They made us to know, or they are trying to make us to believe that he is using the resources in Burkina Faso. He is using the resources to protect himself. Check the number of security agents following him and check the one that is following Nigerian president. Reconcile both. Then tell us who is spending more in protecting himself. Who is spending more in protecting himself? But they want to make us to believe that it's Ibrahim Traore. Biafrans, God used that man to open our eyes. I don't know if you guys' eyes don't open. For me, my eye open. No. The reason why our two leaders, Joanne Rebahano today, is courtesy of this West. Britain, they are just silent over MNK. Finland and nowhere, HDW, despite knowing what Nigeria is up to, they are holding him. Yeah? Ike Okoro. So, God have done everything for us so by telling us that never I need hope and I hope I know but it's so the worst thing that can happen to any human being is ịnọkọta ị na-asịrị onwe gị asị ịnọkọta ị na-asịrị onwe gị asị. If you are lying to yourself, that means you just hate your onwe gị. At this very point in time, we don't need to be lying to ourselves. We have to tell ourselves the bitter truth. We have to tell ourselves the bitter truth. Where we put our hope, our hope actually come from there. Our hope actually come from where we put our hope. If our hope will not come from there, one day we have to do the needful. We have to do the needful. I don't say people who put their hope in West should not put their hope in West. They should continue to put their hope in West. But ekwesịrị na a na-eme ọma na-eme ibie. You get to go? According to Bible, they say, cast your net upon many waters. Cast your net upon many waters. As we are looking there, as the people who believe in West, as they focus on the West, if people will still have connections, if people still have connections to the Eastern Bloc, please, they should do what? They should look for that means. So they should look for that means. There's what this one, please, Nnamdi Kanu is not your leader. Look at what this one is saying. Simon Ebirima is the criminal. Go. They move Nnamdi Kanu name from their mouth. Oh, are you serious? Are you for real? Are you for real? So, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that is your own leader. What did he taught you? Since you said that Ebirima is my leader, what is Nnamdi Kanu being tried in Nigerian courts? And what is Simon? What were they were, according to what they published yesterday by Finland? The same thing they said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was inciting violence via Radio Biafra. This one, they say Simon is inciting violence via social media handle. Common sense. What's an affair with John? What is the difference? The freedom fighter, Biafra or death, fearless before our enemy. You people deceived a lot of people. That is why I said anybody following DOS, because the way this junk you write here, I know you are a DOS followers. You see anybody following DOS, you see you people, nature will never be kind to you people because most of you deceived a lot of people. Most of you people deceived people who were buried in cold blood. You deceived them with the word Biafra or death. And they believed you people so much. They confronted Nigerian security agent with bands and they were mowed down. The same you today, the same you people, we are speaking in the same language with the oppressor. The same you people. The same you people. Then you'll be asking yourself, why then did you deceive people with the word Biafra or death? And these guys, they believed you. Do you know how many comrades, do you know how many people who were buried? Those people that were buried at the poor, the people that were buried at the poor was Simon. Has he started agitating for Biafra? So you want to let us know that it was MNK that made them to buy those people? Is that what you're trying to let us know? Is that what you are trying to let us know? Those people that were more massacre. What was it called? The one in Aba Ngwa High School. Why were those people buried? Why were they buried? The ones buried in Asaba, why were they buried? They won't buy the knowledge. Why were they buying? They won't buy that Enugu. Why were they buying Enugu? Why were they buying? Why? Faceless. Look at faceless, faceless, faceless bingo. For your mind, MNK, MNK, shameless people. Now you guys don't ought to be talking self where people are talking. When people are talking about freedom and revolution, you people don't ought to be talking because you guys are nothing but a bunch of disgrace. Anywhere people who we abide for the sake of Biafra, courtesy of you guys' deception, they are how will I put, they are grashing teeth. They feel betrayed. People like you, John, betrayed a lot of people that were pied. You betrayed them. Anyway, no need of responding to you, Mugu. No need of responding to you, Mugu. Go. What have you done since MNK was kidnapped and renditioned to Nigeria? What have you done, Opo? Biafrans, let me talk to genuine Biafrans who are, at times we need to be reading you Mugu's comments so that we know know the mind of you Mugu. Sometimes we need to read you guys' comments to see the mentality of you people. That is why I said before you be a freedom fighter, there's something MNK said. MNK said, that people should go and read his record when he was in UK. He said before he was in University of Nigeria Soccer, called his brother, said, called his dad, I don't want to continue here. I want to go to England to further my education. So go and check his record. No, go because he did research. He's a researcher. And I noticed one thing, despite all the teachings MNK taught on Radio Biafra, majority of people who are claiming to be the follower of MNK, they learned nothing. They learned nothing from MNK. You cannot be a freedom fighter without you what? Being a researcher. If I ask you, Mugu, you John now, Otobo, imagine your name, John Mugu. Everybody knows that people, anyway, let me not insult people that appear as John. But if they ask you Mugu now, you John Mugu, writing junk here. If I ask you now, as a freedom fighter, what nation that fought for freedom can you use now as a case study? When it came, go and read about nations that fought freedom and know how they got their freedom. You will know that freedom fighting is not just a child's play. Freedom fighting is not a child's play. If you are not ready for freedom, you better stop. That is what one man always said. He said, if you guys know that you are not ready for freedom, you better stop. Because freedom is not a child's play business. It's a very serious, dirty business that costs life. It's not what you will move at the middle of this thing. And when people must have died at the process, you decide to chicken out. If you do so, you've betrayed the people. You've betrayed the people that died for the sake of freedom. You've betrayed them. Most of you people, what I noticed that, what motivates some of you people following DOS are the monthly dues you guys are getting. Coordinator this, I'm coordinator. One day, that is what motivates. You don't fight freedom. And democracy are fighting for freedom. Democracy don't fight freedom in the democratic way. You don't fight freedom in such a way, in such a manner. JJ go akwụkwọ ka efu ka ndị nọ freedom nwa ewe nweta ka asụ wee nọ ya. Ka efu na freedom. Even this America you are seeing today, go and read how they fought for their own freedom. You will know it's not a child's play. You will know it's not a child's play. It's not a before you embark on the media. Do you what MNK? You don't hear what MNK? You claim that MNK is your leader. MNK said, anytime I'm leading this movement, at a point I decide to start telling you people there is a way to do it. The next person behind me should take me down. You know the reason why he said so? Because MNK, not only that he was called for the mission, he studied, he read fast to know deep things about freedom fighting. Most of you, when that's the freedom, we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. IPOB one family. When the jungle matured, when the jungle matured, he even said it 2 weeks before he was kidnapped. He said, most of you, very soon they will board you guys over. Very soon they will you start speaking with both sides of your mouths. But the good thing in that his broker, I said, he is now talking to people whom from their mother's womb we are born to restore Biafra. That they should not shake. That they will call you all manner of names. They will call you terrorist. Today, the person they placed bounty on his head, being ISIS leader that took over the government of Assad. Today, Putin, what's his name? Trump called him. They held a meeting in Doha. They held a meeting. Trump was pleading with him to recognize the state of Israel. This is a man they call terrorist. This is a man they placed bounty on his head. Did he stop him? Did that name they called him, did he stop him? He never stopped him. Today they are pleading with him to recognize the state of Israel. You think freedom fighting is a child's play? I see, wake up in Biafra. You yourself, what again? And Biafra. You have been fighting for Biafra for how many years? Do you think when you, John Mugu, when do you hope you will get your own freedom? When do you think you will get your own Biafra? Shameless people. Unchana Biafra what career? People who turned Biafra agitation as a career. People who don't have conscience, forgetting that the more you guys are talking about it, people are dying. Because now you've never fallen a victim. You are not a victim. You don't have somebody who is close to you who have fallen because of sake of Biafra. That is why you are talking rubbish. Had it been you had somebody who has fallen for the sake of Biafra, you will take Biafra serious. You will give yourself target. You will give yourself target. Do everything possible to make sure that the Biafra is restored. Because you're a black man who don't have conscience. You take Biafra as a career. You think not everyday job. You think freedom fighting is everyday job. Go and read how South Sudan fought their own. They fought at a point they got Ayanya 1. They get Ayanya 2. They continue pressing. Your own today, you don't even know whether you're a freedom fighter. You don't even know whether you're a one Nigerianist. People who are crying Alibo, destroying Alibo, Alibo. This Japan you are seeing today, during Second World War, Japan was like a desert. When that atomic bomb was thrown in the soil of Japan, Japan you see today turned to a desert. But look at Japan of today. This Germany you are seeing today, when Nazism was in control, led by Hitler, they fought Second World War. This Germany you are seeing today that is leading European economy, Germany was like a desert. They build their place. You don't know when you embark on freedom, when you embark on a war, when you embark on a freedom fighting, you don't know there is a price you will pay. You think you are fighting freedom with the Igbo man business mentality. You want to make a shop, you watch part-time something. You just shadow customer, again, hey, Biafra, Ochebe, IPOB, one family, you could cheer chop, but you could cheer, you see from CFE meeting, IPOB, one family, you watch a chop. You have to pay a heavy price for freedom. Freedom doesn't come easy. Freedom takes something that will pain you to the soul. That is freedom for you. It must take you something. You don't play it safe while fighting for freedom. It must take you something. You have to ask yourself, what price must I pay to achieve this freedom? Do true. Destroying Alibo. Alibo destroy you. Alibo. Whereas MNK said when Biafra comes, the Indian Araba will be destroyed to down. MNK says, is it because of this kiosk paracetamol? Is that why you don't want us to fight to get our nation? That Biafra will be built for 77 years. That Biafra will be built from scratch. No sewage system look at around in Biafra land. The only infrastructure not there. Do you have any infrastructure? What is that thing that you will be seeing in Biafra land? You say, if something happened to this thing, are you sure that we can afford it back again? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then we case when we this sit at home, in like this in Aguanaka. Very dirty. No infrastructure. Nothing. Yeah, shouting to tell you that these guys are weak people who don't even understand what freedom is all about, and they come out to deceive some people and they buy it at the process. They buy it at the process. Deceive people, they buy it at the process. You don't know why fighting for freedom you have to pay a price, very heavy price. Shameless people, the freedom fighter. Ochebe. Okay, you people that make cost, that deceived people, and they hide because they believe the words of you people that Biafra or death, Biafra or death. As this Mugu John, when MNK was around, hey, Janja with soldier, Janja with soldier. When last have you addressed Nigerian soldier as Janja with soldier? Betrayers. Betrayers. No wonder MNK said, I will not betray you people, but you people will be the one to betray me. We, in fact, will witness it. I for the Akorokoro. I don't know can say Pam Peter betray Jesus, Pam Asap. You people betrayed this man. Betray MNK. Despite having MNK, he was making broadcast, he will be using IPOB. Anyway, I don't need to tell you who I am in IPOB. No need. It's not important. That is what hurt me so much. Look at this man. That each time he's making broadcast, he'll be using us to make mouth. That IPOB they are all over the world. He's the one leading them. He was kidnapped like a nobody, renditioned to Nigeria. Even before we were, even before we know that he was in Nigeria, they first of all told Hausa people in Radio Hausa Malami, first make the broadcast in Hausa. Hausa people, they are even aware that MNK was in Nigeria. After he made the broadcast, the very day they brought him back to Nigeria. We are not even aware, self. Because MNK spent 2 days in Nigeria before he now came to make the broadcast in English. Meanwhile, they've told how the northern people that is MNK is right there with them. This is a man that was making mouth with all. That is what each time I remember the betrayal of somebody like you that called yourself John at DOS, I will be crying, I'll be shedding tears. I said, indeed, what this man said has happened. Because he told us that I will not be the one to betray you people, but you people will betray me. The same thing played out. The same thing played out. Before you know it, people who were talking Biafra will start speaking the same language with the oppressor. I was asking myself, is this for real? Are these guys for real? Is this what we agreed? Is this what we agreed? You know, go better for somebody like you, John. Okay, you know, go better for you. But anyway, continue. One thing I love about Kama is this. Kama is a beach. He knows nobody. Mboge hit. Eh? And when Kama will hit you, that time you are enjoying life. That is when Kama will hit you. That is when Kama will hit you. Because a lot of you people deceived people. That is my anger. Since you people don't know that you are not ready to fight for freedom. Deceive some people. Why were you deceiving people? Giving people hope and confidence, making them to believe in Biafra, telling them how Biafra will come, telling them to pay their monthly dues, that if you don't pay your dues, you cannot enter into Biafra when Biafra comes. These guys, they were doing everything, paying their dues, going to meetings, believing in Biafra, doing evangelism, telling people, convincing people, at a point challenging security men with bare hands, and they were mowed down. All you guys could do for them is to betray them. All you guys could do is to betray people who pay this price. You see, black man from this UG, no wonder these white people we are talking about today, they portrayed Satan as a black man, because race, a race that sold their flesh and blood for 400 years, that race is horrible. That race is horrible. No wonder they said Satan, they make Satan to be black. No wonder. Because how can a race, they sold their not centuries, they sold their flesh and blood for centuries. What were they being given? They have gunpowder, give them mirror, give them dengon. What are very, very nonsense things. Give them dengon. If your brother provoke you, you can use this dengon and shoot your brother. You will not see him again. Just nonsense. That is why, and what you that call yourself John, if you check whom you're reincarnated, if now maybe the person you're reincarnated, you are part of the people that did the slave trade, so we lecture their flesh and blood. You John. The what they do is a game only no, because somewhere called only no self, so one day little slave, because your heart to dark. You have a dark heart. You have a dark heart. Very, very wicked people. Was like getting an insulting which wife? Remember when you were insulting his wife? Which wife? Are we talking about wife here? Are you what wife no way? You don't let me go there. Don't let me go there, because I have not seen a man. I have not seen a responsible woman there on who knew dear a day blanket. Even ordinary girlfriend, when your girlfriend didn't hear your voice just a day, or you are worried, start calling all your friends. I've not heard from my boyfriend though. This Wi-Fi you are talking about couldn't hear the voice of the husband for 11 good days. Ọ na-alalụ ụla na-eteta, o sie nri olie nri, ọ na-akpụkwa ụla oteta, o sie nri olie nri. You didn't hear the voice of your husband for how many days? In our wife, ordinary girlfriend cannot even do it. Idiots, useless people all over in our wife. Neka mgbe when Showere was mgbe Showere nwere issue, neka nwunye si wee kpọrọ ụmụ ya na-agagharị from one place to place, from one office to office, lamenting nekwa ya na-eme di ya na-etinye ebe onye kpọrọ wife anaghị ya yọ. Even ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ọzọ sef buru mata di ya n'isi bịa ebe a na-agba wife mugu, idiot. Bọsị ọ na-enụra nwaanyị ọ na-eka ya nụ nwaanyị, bọsị ịnụkwa nwaanyị ihe mee nwunye gị achọghịkwana gị, bọsị ịnụkwara nwaanyị ọ na-enụra nwaanyị ị pụọ n'ụzọ hụ na onwe ka o si wee dị nọmba gị anaghị nwunye gị achụkwana gị esi ka ị mara ka ọ dị onye ụjụ. Bọsị ịnụkwara nwaanyị onwe ka esi wee pụọ nwunye gị achụkwana gị esi mee ka ya nwaanyị achụkwana gị esi. O nwere ihe makarịrị ekperima? Is there any other thing you know that is more than ekperima? O nwere ihe ọzọ kịta anaghị ma na-akarịrị ekperima? Nke nwa wụrụ gịnị? You kere ihe ewu faceless idiot amaghị onye ọgwụ, nobody know your face, onye ma onye ewu, somebody brought out in face. Ihe ma wee ekperima. I blame you. ọ stọpụrụ monthly dues ị na-anara wee gbapụghị anya ebe a ka ara na wee gbapụghị anya. Ọ stọpụrụ monthly dues, nwozi onye kwere ewetazi ego, o mepere onye ọ na-anya, onye ọ na-akụchi, onye ọ na-jide eke ara ị na-etisi, ị na-akpagharị from one group to another, from one social platform to another, na-etisi ekperima. Bịa ya eti ekperima koko. You man na Simon Edegafere na history. You don't know. You think if Biafra come, his name will not be there as people move front and champion Biafra restoration. The man already Edegafere na history. Is a neighbor nebe ekperima muku. May even na John Nwamuku. You know Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Please don't mind them at a time. They will still they will come. And I say, imagine that they can need to complain to us. Mukaya Kuchi offer. Mukaya Kochi offer on a bit. See the imagine that they can complain to us. No, because now we are not adult. I am as if now. We are not adult, or we don't have wives, or we don't have women. You are expecting him to come out and tell us what is passing through in his house. You didn't expect here. We have seen everything. We have seen everything. There's never court proceeding. There's never court sitting. Who decided to witness here the trial of the husband? None. Wife. But he's flying around the world. But he has never decided to one court sitting. Witness gonna the trial. Maybe their own wife. I want to say, also terrorist. I mean, case that when they call you a terrorist, it's a badge of honor. That Mazin Nan the Kana Hine, they mean Kahineku. Also, when they call you a terrorist, know that is a badge of honor. As starkly threat, I'm telling you now, the person, the The current president of Syria, the current head of state of Syria, was called a terrorist. He is the leader of ISIS. Stark illiterate, let me educate you small. He is the leader of ISIS. He is the one that unseated Assad. America placed bounty on his head, $10 million. If you can get him alive or buy him, they will pay you 10 million. Day before yesterday, this same man I'm telling you they called a terrorist and placed bounty on his head, had meeting with Trump. Trump was pleading with him to recognize Israel. Stark illiterate. Trump was telling him, begging him to recognize Israel. Afghanistan, Taliban, go and check the terrorist index and know where ISIS and Taliban were ranked. Taliban, they are having meetings with governments of some nations. They are having meetings. Taliban, they call the terrorist organization. Today, they are still in control of Afghanistan and they are having meetings with countries of the world. Oliver Cromwell was called a terrorist. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. MNK said, if you're fighting for freedom and you've never called a terrorist, you've not started. Let me educate you, stark illiterate. At first, they will call you a rebel. Your oppressor will call you a rebel, that you are rebelling against the government. Later, they will call you a terrorist. If you are fighting for freedom and they never called you a terrorist, you've not started. If you're a revolutionist and they never called you a terrorist, you've not started. If they call you a terrorist, a badge of honor as a freedom fighter and as a revolutionary. Julius Malema was asked in a court, you said you're a revolutionary. He said, yes. He said, do you believe in buying people? He said, yes. That revolutionary is a buying machine. That you cannot be a revolutionary and you say you will not buy. He said, yes, he will buy. So long as it's for the interest of his people, he will buy. Stark illiterate, let me educate you. Because all the whole thing that interested you people is the monthly dues you guys are collecting. That is why you people fail to go and educate yourself, despite all the teachings MNK taught in Radio Biafra. Now you are claiming that you are MNK is your leader, not my leader. Let me now tell you what your leader you claim said on Radio Biafra. If you are fighting for your liberation, they must call you a names. And that name is to see if they can weaken your spirit. The names is to see if they can demoralize you. That is why MNK said the only thing that will sustain us in this fight is mental toughness. That be aware that you have to know that they will call you names. But don't let those names they will call you to deter you. Keep on pushing. So long as you know what you are fighting, at the end of the day, they will call you on a round table. They must negotiate with you because they've seen that you are determined in what you are fighting for. I could remember when Chuayaba was arrested, you guys were celebrating it. You people, you DOS follow, you were celebrating it. Now they have arrested Chuayaba. As I'm talking to you today, La Republic, being Cameroon, they are doing everything to see if they can negotiate with Chuayaba. Chuayaba told them, no, he cannot. That he's not a free man. That he is not a free man. That somebody under captive is not mentally stable to negotiate. That if they want to negotiate anything, they should go and negotiate with AGOV, Ambazonian Governing Council. They should go and negotiate with them. Or if they want to negotiate with him, they should release him. This is the condition he gave them. Nonsense people, illiterates, the only thing that motivates them is monthly dues. Stay here, let me educate you. Let me educate you. The freedom fighting. They tag him terrorist. Whereas MNK himself, Nigeria hold him down. They are still tagging, they are still putting terrorism charge on his head. If you don't know it. There are two ways to fight for freedom. There are two ways for revolution. It's either peaceful or by armed struggle. If you don't know it now. This is enshrined. It was enshrined in UN Charter, enshrined in US Charter, enshrined in AU Charter, and Nigeria are signatory to it. Nigeria are signatory to these charters. It's either you fight your freedom via armed struggle or you fight your freedom via referendum. Nigeria have proven time and time again that they are not aimed for referendum. When IPOB we are being pied, are they not asking for referendum? Why did they buy them? Have they picked up arms? Have they picked up arms? Why did they buy them? Simon said no. Since you guys don't want it by that he will pick up arms from self-defense. Self-defense is not a crime. But the oppressor will put the narrative to look as if it's a crime. It's not a crime. Self-defense. You have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. You can't fold your hands. Somebody is coming to buy you with AK-47, and you are expecting that by shouting on media is the way you will defend yourself. You have to pick up what arms to defend yourself also. Is enshrined in UN Charter and AU Charter. Unknown laws is enshrined there. When America was fighting for liberation from Britain, they fought it with arms. It was armed struggle. It was armed struggle. When France was fighting to liberate themselves also by Charles de Gaulle, it was via armed struggle. Finland, when they fought to liberate themselves from USSR, it was via armed struggle. What are you saying? Most of these European nations you see today that fought for their freedom, they fought it via armed struggle. You are here saying terrorists, and you call yourself a freedom fighter, and you are calling somebody a terrorist. Then who are you? Who are you? In the eyes of the oppressor, who are you? Shameless people. If you come here, we will educate you. Since all the teachings MNK taught you, you learned nothing. Then if you come here to mess yourself up, we will educate you so that you will stop fooling yourself. You will stop fooling yourself. It seems you guys don't know what freedom fighting is all about. You don't know what it entails before embarking on it. You don't know what it takes before you embark on it. That is why people like you, that is why sometimes we'll be blaming people who are well-to-do in our society. Why are they not participating in the Biafra struggle? Having looked at what people like you are doing, they will take you guys that you guys are not serious. They will take you guys that you are not serious. Because you don't know what freedom is all about. When I watch after IPOB one family, IPOB one family. It's not by you need to get IPOB one family, no freedom. If I may ask you, you need to get a flag, they will give you freedom. Is that what you think? They will say Nigeria state will God say, at least they've carried flag for how many years now? Let's give them freedom. Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Considering the fact that what is sustaining Nigeria is from their own region, and you think by carrying flag they will give you freedom? Is that what you think? You must be kidding. And it was you want to say you say online freedom fighters, then you are what? If we are online freedom fighters, where we are MNK when he was broadcasting? Where was Charles de Gaulle when he was fighting to liberate France? Where was Charles de Gaulle? Was he on ground when he was fighting to liberate France? Where was him? Tiporebo, also online freedom fighters. Where were you? Where were you people? Sometimes I will just look around social media to see if I will see all those you those who now on social media calling you. None of them we can't see them again. They've disappeared completely. They've disappeared after pushing, after deceiving a lot of people, and they died. They disappear. Sometimes I'll be asking myself, how do you guys sleep? How do you guys sleep after deceiving a lot of people in the name of Biafra? Deceiving them, they buy. Now all of channel on social media. Channel on social media. Then you see the wickedness of a black man. You feel the wickedness, you feel the heart. You feel like the heart is so dark. No wonder what's the name of this guy? The guy is a mercenary. During the war of Congo, he came. Later he returned when he was asked, we people know you as a freedom fighter. You help people who are oppressed. He said, when I visited Congo, I discovered one thing. I noticed that Africa, they put their stomach ahead of their freedom, that he can't fight alongside with such people. People who put their stomach ahead of their freedom. He said he can't fight alongside with such people. I said, what happened after the declaration? It's horrible. It's horrible. You don't know anyway, your own is that you are clueless. If they ask you, what are the 10 places to achieve freedom? You don't know. Because everything have template and procedure. If they ask you now, with your DOS, what are the templates? How are you even going to achieve your freedom? Like I said, to you people, unu cheno unu bring the flag in, unu bring the flag in, unu bring the flag in, and then freedom. You have tried, at least we've calculated now, these 15 years you have carried flag. Now come and take freedom. Come and take freedom. It's horrible. Genubia France, like I said, let me not, I have digressed in educating this tag illiterate. Let me still fall back again before I want to open up line for people to call. Like I said before, it's high time we will do what? We will cast our net upon many waters, because we've seen that the West, because of what they are benefiting from Africa, because of what they are benefiting from Nigeria, they can do undo. They can do undo. It's high time that we have to do what? Seek for alternatives. I stand to be corrected. Though people who are moving, who are people who are soliciting for recognition from Eastern Bloc, from Western Bloc, our support is always there for you people. We support you people. Yes, people who are soliciting, people who are pushing for recognition from Western Bloc. You guys are doing a tremendous job. We acknowledge that. We respect you guys for that. We embrace that. But at the same time, I am urging, equally telling Biafrans, if you know you still have contacts and connections for the Eastern Bloc, you can equally do what? You can equally look for that means. Because the most important thing here is let this Biafra be achieved. Because a lot of people have died for the sake of Biafra. A lot of people have died for the sake of Biafra, you know, and we have golden opportunity to restore this Biafra now. Because the whole Africans, if you watch, there is this consciousness, there is this wave of consciousness that is going around the globe. Like one of the former president of France or prime minister of France, there is something he said. He said Emmanuel Macron have opened the eyes of Africa out of his stupidity. That with the look of things, their days in Africa are numbered. That Africa have, regained consciousness. That it is no longer a free deal, or is no longer as it used to be before. That there is a wave of consciousness that is going on in Africa now, courtesy of Emmanuel Macron. That West should know that their days are numbered in Africa. That gone are the days that they get free resources from Africa. Say gone are the days. And he said something that some of the nations who are still the puppet of the West, who are still following them, being the puppet of the West, that very soon that another revolutionaries like that of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Senegal, they will still arise again and push out their puppets and take over. That Western nations now, West should start now to prepare themselves, because this wave, the way he's seeing the wave, it will not stop. That the consciousness is there. The consciousness is there, and it's not dying down soon. To tell you, like, what is this guy name? John Mamuku. The Nigeria you believed in, have they protected their citizen? John Wamuku, have they protected their citizen? John Wamuku. Saboteurs like you who are hell-bent, saboteurs like you who are hell-bent in making sure that all the plans to make sure that Biafra is restored, because you guys have said it, so long as this freedom will come from Simon, that you guys will sabotage it. You are here asking, you are making declaration without protecting it. You yourself, are you not sabotaging the Biafra? Even you guys even betrayed MNK. You even betrayed MNK. You still have mouth to come here to be talking. The Nigeria you believed in, have they protected their citizens? Have they protected their citizens? Even the Fulani, look at the north, buying, going across Nigeria. There is nowhere there is security. People are buying. Have that Nigeria you believed in protect Nigerians? Have they? Have they protected Nigerians? You are asking me, I should answer you that after declaration, did you protect Biafra? Nigeria you believed in, have they protected Nigerians? Stark illiterate. Have they protected Nigerians with all the resources at their disposal? Even America today, there are still heavy crimes, shooting going on there. America being the police of the world, America being the is this superpower nation. Yet there are buying going on there. Why didn't America protect their citizens? Why is killing going on inside America with all the resources at their disposal? Then you are talking about Biafra that have just are not even in control of any resources. I thought you people said you are in charge of ESN. What stops you earlier this year? You guys did anniversary. You shared anniversary of ESN. You guys shared the anniversary. Is it 4 years anniversary or 3 years anniversary of ESN? Now Fulani militia buying our people. Where is that ESN that you guys claim that you are in charge of? What stops you guys from, using ESN to defend Biafra land? I thought you guys said you are in control. You are in control of Biafra, right? You are in control of ESN. Why? What stops your leaders from using ESN to combat Fulani militia that are buying our people? Onuochu. Zuzugharịbana na onye mana erikwana nri ebe ị nọ na only God knows. Na ihe ị na-ede ebe a na nwere ka ọ na-eboruru gị data. Ọ na iboruru data eboro. Were ede this thing na maybe you borrow data and i borrocha data na iji netwọk ụgwọ. Next time ọzọ a ga-afụ mgbe ị kwụrụ ụgwọ nke iboro. Iwe nwe ike mmadụ anwụchaghịkwa gị o nwere 100 naira data again iwe mapụtakwa. People like you a na-fight ka erikreti gị. Being a black man ewu onye isi ojii. Being a black man ewu onye isi ojii ewu. Achọghị freedom. Who prefers suffering? Ị na-ekwa ihe a na-edegheri. Ọsị Tucano jet. Onwe ebe a na-azụ Tucano jet ka ọnụ jos nọ na-epetụgharị lies. Kedu nke unu menwu? You that is fighting for Biafra, kedu nke imenwu? Kedu nke unu menwu? ESN Maazị Nnamdi Kanu hapụrụ m n'aka. How far where are they? Where is the ESN? Ị na-aka akọ Tucano jet. ESN afọ mụchara hapụrụ ụnụ ya n'aka. Where are the ESN? Tiboribo. Biafrans, I will open up line. Or if you are man enough, you John, if you are man enough, you can call in. Because I know people like you. People like you, coward, you cannot call. You know, here, you need the junk. You need the junk, the junk with this borrowed airtime. You borrow. They need the hacketana. They reach hacketana. I have to see that again. Nobody could see you again until you pay network. Yes, a dog in my house feels better than you. These Jews that not go Nigeria, honestly speaking, these Jews that are damn hungry. Damn hungry. You get that? These Jews are damn hungry. I go jiggy. Dog in your house, he has one kita. He has one kita. Because he only has one kita. Only that one kita not wise. Because you train your dog to be wise. Or less than a cook again. Less than a cook. Because with this mentality in wherever, you cannot train an English dog. Anybody that trains dog will be a witness. Anybody that trains dog will bear me witness. You have to be smart to train dog. If you are dumb, you cannot train dog. So here we have assessed you. We have assessed you and confirmed that you are dumb. So how can you now train dog? A dumb woman be like you. I say uplifting me, yeah, uplifting like me. Faceless idiot. You are a damn faceless idiot. How can a faceless idiot uplift me? Coward. Emmanuel joke na to na. Ukuku wa n'onu na. Ka afuzie ka esu enye ọpata n'ọnụ na. Ka afụ ka esu enye ọpata n'ọnụ. Ya enye ọpata n'ọnụ na. My dear, the guy is a hungry idiot. The guy is a hungry idiot, honestly speaking. Ochekwane sisi. Oji sisi. Ọsị nọ na-akpa nkịta. Onye a eke uke ka ọ na-azụ. Onye na-azụ eke uke nọ na-akpa nkịta. Zenu Biafra, this is time to call in now. You can call and make your contribution. Okay? You can call and make your contribution. You can see the number in the comment section. You can see the WhatsApp number to call. You can call and make your contribution. If you can still lecture, if you can still educate John Wabingo, you can still call and educate John Wabingo. You can still call and educate John Wabingo. Wabingo call. Biafra is a foggy now. You get together. All that careful how stupid you are. Careful how dumb you are now. Just call now so that Biafra will hear your voice now and see how dumb you are. If you are man enough. Stack illiterate, the freedom fighter, Oshebe, freedom fighter. Oshebe, freedom fighter. I say my wife. I don't matter, I my born now. See why I don't matter. Every year, why you know. Always you. How can with this kind of brain you have, can you handle him? Can you handle family? You cannot now with this brain you have because you are so dumb.
We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you.
John, one big guy here.
Then you know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was brought by the hands of men. So we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond. To eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaints. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come.
Do you hear what
We are
MK
being
is saying?
prepared for what is to come. The time has come
After
to
the
separate the
preparation,
chaff from the wheat itself.
exactly, it has been separated.
Our march is very, very near.
March is very near.
The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed.
They have failed
Very woefully.
woefully.
And they will continue to fail.
Yes.
But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere.
Attacks from everywhere.
From everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you.
As they bought from my John Bingo.
Some of you, they will buy some of you.
They have bought John Bingo now.
The spirit of Obadiah, Satan, and the Fatima are still in some of you. When the time comes, they'll buy you over.
Exactly.
I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong.
Yes.
I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what you're doing.
Have you jumped? John Bingo.
You cannot.
You cannot.
But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Immaculate, the same God of Uwe, the same God of Orai, the same God of Uwe, the same God of Arotu. But you know about the two God, one true God. You know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation.
Exactly. Nothing can stop us.
Can stop it.
We cannot.
We have enemies.
Enemies everywhere.
Very, very careful.
Yes.
Both within and without.
Both within
and
without.
Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal.
Very pivotal. We saw it.
Very, very important.
MNK, we saw it all.
Or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked on.
We saw it all.
The devil will do everything.
Yes.
And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy.
Yes. They thought by kidnapping you, Biafra will
end.
end.
Every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man.
Yes. Biafra is still.
Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration.
Yes.
This is the message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born.
They were born to fight for Biafra.
You must be very, very strong.
Oh my God.
Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world.
Exactly.
Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it.
Yes.
They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no colonialists do not want.
That is where they are attacking Ibrahim Traore.
I am telling our people so they understand the mountains. I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome.
A lot of mountains.
And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength.
Mental strength.
Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything.
The prophet of our time.
But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. Man, for we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idols. It's impossible. This very family, this IPOB belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be. until Biafra comes and be gone to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself.
Exactly.
Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed.
They can't stop us.
Very woefully.
Very woefully.
And they will continue to fail.
They will continue to
But I want to say that we are getting attacks from everywhere. From everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Obadiah, Sika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you.
Yes.
When the time comes, they'll buy you over.
MK, your prophecy came to pass.
I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what they do. They can't. That's the key. You cannot. That's the freedom here. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukabiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inagubedi, the same God of Umwe, the same God of Orae.
MNK, the prophet of our time. We witness it, as you said, as you prophesied. We witness it. We witness it. Banon. It all the things you said here happened as you said it, because the enemy thought by if they kidnapped you, the gospel of Biafra will be over. We can no longer propagate the gospel of Biafra. That was why the people whom we believe that they will take up the mantle started telling us to calm down, calm down, calm down, and started using that word. You warned us that anytime anybody leading this struggle started saying, including you, no one can see a mayor, just know that that person have capitulated. And you used yourself as an example. You said, anytime you are leading this struggle and you started using this word, that the next person behind you should take you down, that means you have compromised. Don't want a KCMA. Don't want now you want a KCMA. They had their own for freedom. And we have seen that you are still standing strong, even right inside court. You are still standing strong. But the people who claim that they know you more than others, they were the people telling us no way me. They were the people speaking in the same language with the oppressor. And you, MNK, said anything you are doing as a freedom fighter and your oppressor is comfortable with it, know that you are doing the wrong thing. But anything you are doing as a freedom fighter and their oppressor is complaining about it, know that you are hitting them hard. Keep the fire burning, keep the momentum high. This is the word of MNK. Our oppressors were complaining, lamenting about the civil disobedience. And we remember their word. And we said, no, since these guys are complaining about the sit at home, we will keep the fire burning. The same people like this John Wabingo, you are telling us you are destroying our Igbo economy. The same language our oppressor are using. They are destroying the economy. And we now ask them, how are we destroying the economy? That if you don't do your business on Monday, Tuesday, you will still bring out your goods and sell. That them that are complaining, the oppressor complaining is because every day as day breaks, they have people that collect levies, tax for them. People who are hustling and selling pure waters. people who are doing all manner of business. They are collecting money. People who are into transportation, they are collecting money which they are remitting to the government. To the government. But any day they are sit at home, that money they are making that very day, they will not make it. They are complaining bitterly about this. And that sit at home civil disobedience even made them to look as if they are not in control of the people. These are the things we hold strong. But people like Nwabingo Joe now not here. Yeah, telling us that we are fighting, we are destroying our Igbo. We are punishing the people we are fighting against. And we now ask them, say some people are feeding every day. And we now ask them, then what price must we pay for our freedom? Because we know that freedom comes with price. So for paying just a day price is that much? Is that much? MNK is indeed a prophet. Let's listen to what he said again, and you will listen to the complaint that is going on in National Assembly. He said this thing many years ago that ISIS, they are coming over to take over Nigeria. And when he was saying this thing on Radio Biafra, they said he was a warmonger, that he is inciting violence. The same way they said Simon is inciting violence. The same way they said MNK was inciting violence. Today, reality have catch up with Nigeria. They are now complaining. Dear friends, let's listen.
Since we entered the zoo and charge, as I told you before, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is correct. I told you on this platform that they will come for you. You see, let me tell you one thing that people don't know because you don't know history. I forgive some of you because in your schools in the zoo, they don't teach you anything. I want some people to actually go and sit down and study the history of Islam. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped growing. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped expanding through militancy and war. Others have stopped, only Islam. Islam believes in expanding through war, and that war is coming. Now, I must be put on record. I want you to record this very broadcast and play it all the time for our people to also understand and listen very carefully. And I will say it tonight. And if you come to me in the future, I'll refer you to the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. And that I made this very
how many years now?
At precisely 10 minutes to 8 p.m. in the evening.
The prophet of our time.
If ISIS comes down into the zoo, of course they are part of Boko Haram anyway. If they fall, not if they, because they are forged alliance already. If they launch any attack with the name of ISIS on the zoo soil, if you come to us to give us weapons, I will decline it. I will allow them to kill all of you before we mount any counter-offensive. Let me tell you one thing that you don't understand. Some of you claim you went to school, but you didn't go to school. Because if you went to school, you'll understand how Islam works.
John Nwabingo, are you listening?
They must come for you. It's an MUST must. There is nothing anybody can do about it.
And they have come.
You can defend yourselves. ISIS is coming, not just Boko Haram, but the real bad people that are coming. They need access to the oil, and they will get it.
John Nwabingo, are you hearing?
So they are continuing expansion within the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. The zoo is seen as pivotal. And the Biafra land is where the resources that are looking for is lying in. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you are listening to the Biafra. Very, very lucky. I'm telling you the truth. Or else I can not go through in your blindness. It is that darkness will come to shed light on that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I have the men. I need
John,
guns.
do you hear what he said? He needs guns and bullets.
I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, they are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your
Is it happening
sisters
or
will
not?
be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down.
The Hamufu women,
Biafra
we
land
saw
will be
her.
decimated
Biafra land will be
unless
decimated.
we equip this army to defend us.
Hey,
If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we are capable of doing. These are Awasa groups, and you are not listening. That's now I want to morning the Christianity. So you are not listening because the devil has gone into all these idols that you worship. The devil has gone inside you to harden your heart, to blind your eyes that you can no longer see. That day, I will tell you to remember the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. I will tell you to go back to it. I need guns and I need weapons. If I don't have guns and bullets, the army of Biafra cannot defend your towns and villages. The sooner you get that into your thick skull, the better for everybody. If you are black people, you don't listen, I know that for sure. But the sooner you take this very message seriously, the better for everybody. Or else you're finished. ISIS is coming. They will enter the zoo and Chad very, very shortly. Not as Boko Haram, they are coming in as their franchise and as their name dictates. ISIS is coming. If you like, we will make haste while the sun is shining, or if you like, you can continue to be dumb and stupid. That's entirely up to you. While you will, I will be there, but you'll be there anyway. And Radio Biafra will not report it, and nobody will. If you like to give us guns, if you like to don't. We are trying to save you, not you saving us.
dear friends. Hey, I'm speechless. The prophet of our time. He said Biafra land will be decimated. Now the question is, have Biafra land not been decimated? For a couple of months now, our mothers in Hamufu have been protesting. Tell me where that is not bleeding in Biafra land. Have they not come, as he said here? And he said, when the time comes, he will refer you people. And when the time comes, he will not be there. Is he here now with us? Is MNK here now with us? He's not here with us. Is he seeing what is going on? He's not seeing it. He said he need guns and bullets to defend our land. For Kelafa Nwabinga no John Nwabingo, osisi okwene ihe o kwuru ebe a guns and bullets. But the people who are calling for that same guns and bullets now to defend Biafra land, you are calling them terrorists. This is what MNK said many years ago, as far back as 2015. As far back as 2015, he made this broadcast. He made this broadcast. Biafra land is. They are target oil. Their target is oil, and they are coming. They are coming, and they have came, and we are witnessing it now. Every day, one massacre to another. Every day, massacre from one massacre to another. Every day, from one kidnapping to another. The land of Biafra has been decimated. And the shocking part is that he said, no matter how why here, that when the time comes, he will not be there. Is he here? He is not here. Oh. The source na Igbo isu akpọchie na na-agwụ na ndị Igbo na they are telling Biafrans they don't want to hear. Now Igbo isu akpọchie na ụlọ obi adị ndị a ha kidnap ya kpọrọ ndị Fulani ichie na they are decimating us. Now complain everywhere, lamentation everywhere. Hello?
Hello.
What Chineke greet you?
There were, our people don't know what they are facing. Do you know? I saw I saw shocking thing today.
Like
Do
seriously?
you know? Yes, Jehovah Witness people in this country came to knock my door. That time me and he was on phone.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh. I said, let me check who is on my gate.
Yeah.
Do you know? They asked me where do I come from. I said I'm from Nigeria. Biafra inside Nigeria.
Mm.
So that is my introduction I did so that they will understand where I come from.
Mm.
So they say okay that they have our languages.
Mm.
So they have languages in Nigeria. The shocking thing I see in their translator, I did not see Igbo. Do you know what I saw?
What?
Fufude.
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 I'm carrying you before God and man.
Hey.
Fufude. That means in the map of what they are trying to erase anything called Biafra or the Igbos.
Wow.
What I saw, they wanted to translate in my language. What I was seeing there was Fufude.
Hey.
So you can see that they are working against us internationally, locally, in every area to make sure our voice is not heard.
Hey. Biafras, are you hearing it? Hey. Man.
I was in call when these people knocked my gates. Remember?
Yes, you told me that somebody called. He will let you want to know who is calling.
Let me see who is at my gate. So you can see Fulani who is not in Nigeria, their language is being repositioned as part of Nigerian language. A minority, people of insignificant.
Hey. Ha.
I am telling you today, I did not say today,
Hey.
when they open their this thing where they were trying to show me the languages in Nigeria. My brother did not see Igbo. What I saw was Fufude.
No wonder MK say we are facing a formidable array of enemy, both external
You
and
know,
within.
everything that is happening today has been has been
Hello? 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 Seems network. Hello? Please try and call back. Please try and call back.
hello.
Hello, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Uh-huh. You know, everything that is happening concerning the struggle was addressed in the MNK last message.
Yes.
It has been addressed there when he said the people that were born for this struggle, people that were born,
From their mother's womb.
he said there will be a lot of distraction.
Yes.
Money will be changing hands. They will promise you houses in Dubai.
Exactly.
Likewise, they've gone to Burkina Faso, promising them citizenship in Europe,
Exactly.
good house.
They brought money.
MNK, president of our time, has addressed this whole thing.
Say that.
That is why when he was challenging the impostor, Buhari, he said
he should speak Fufude and take all the court charges against MNK. They never put there that he said Buhari was dead.
Yes.
But they went to bring things, and things. And in United Nations, self-defense is not a crime.
It's not a crime.
But they are turning it to a crime. And the United Nations who made this law are keeping a deaf ear.
Exactly.
That's to tell you that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say enemy within and without.
There is high conspiracy. High conspiracy.
You understand? Fufude representing Nigerian language from which community? How many are they? They want to internationally wipe away the memory of the Easterner, the Southeasterner, which is called the Biafrans. So, if you say you are a Biafran and you are busy gossiping around, you are not sitting down to think how you will help your country. Go to Burkina Faso, you see that these citizens are sleeping on the streets.
Exactly.
Because of the love of their country. They want to defend it.
I'm telling you, I watched the video. This guy interviewed them. Why are they sleeping on the streets of Burkina Faso? They said, is there
the guy that flying all the way from Ghana
yes,
went to inquire.
Exactly. I watched it.
So, can't you see?
You see patriotism. Patriotism.
Gumi said, equip the Igbos for them to fight against the IPOB. And people are doing it. People rise up to fight against the foundation that have been keeping you. The only voice who is speaking on your behalf. They recruit you as an able man to stand against the progress of the Biafra. And you agree. You collect money.
The same Gumi is advocating for terrorists too. He said if Nigeria want peace, they must listen to these bandits. They must listen to them. They must sit on a round table and negotiate and listen to them and meet their demands. But in the case of Igbo,
like I said before, it is only we, the Biafrans, antagonize each other. Could you imagine? I made a comment when I said Adada Lama's program. I wrote, said the person that tweeted so thing should be asked about so person. Somebody cut it, the area that they cut it, and sent to the people he send it to. Sabotaging each other, working against each other is the order of the day. There's something I used to tell them. I said, I am not in Biafra land. If you want to be stupid, be stupid. But for Biafra to come, Biafra will come. For some of you that are there, working against the coming of Biafra, we use your blood to purchase this Biafra.
Exactly.
Because they are coming. They're already there.
They're already there.
They're in our bush. They're in our forest. You understand?
MNK say one striking thing.
There was a program I did one time. I said, the time Atiku and Yaradua were dragging, they drank tea in a state house. I am not telling you what they told me. I was there. They drank tea in the state house. In the morning, first thing in the morning, Atiku flew to Dubai because they've already agreed within each other. Say this is formalities. These are things we witnessed. But Igbo man,
okay,
the one we drag both of you inside the pit.
Exactly. I used to ask people if they stand you now and stand Fulani man and ask you between you and Fulani who is more intelligent and smarter. Will you as an Igbo man say you are smarter and intelligent than these guys? These guys know the limit of their fight. They know the limit, but Igbo man don't know limit. when it comes to their interest, their collective interest, you will know that both their elite, all of them, they are in their collective interest. But you can never see Igbo man point out something, say this is our collective interest. No matter what, we must jettison our selfish interest ahead of this our collective interest. It's not in the dictionary, or
My brother,
it's not in the
my
dictionary
brother,
for Igbo man.
I think we should go to Ezenri. We should go to Ezenri to summon his fellow elders and start to go and ask question. Why are we no longer together? Because there is a parable we use knowing the Igbo people.
Yes, yes.
We have those things run to.
And another one is this. There is, I could remember once Igbo people hear Enyimba, and you see that spirit of unity. Enyimba. Enyimba. You know, if we hear that word, Enyimba, that spirit of unison will spring up. You will see unity of.
I grew up in Aba. Anywhere you are, you hear this war song. Nzobu, Nzobu, Enyimba, Eni. If you are coming out from your house, if you have a gun, you come with it. If you have knife, you come out with it.
No more spirit of unity.
What is dividing us?
That is what sometimes I can't fathom.
What is dividing us? Could you imagine in your program here, one guy you saw, we're calling his name. I don't want to give him public. That idiot you were calling his name, that reason through his anus, was there commenting rubbish.
Somebody that his race is facing, his tribe is facing extinction. Their tribe.
You cannot.
You see it is happening.
Wait, see, people that call themselves Biafra cannot sit down to say this thing you are charging Mazen and they cannot off. Is it not the same thing Sunday Igboho did?
They cannot.
Where is Sunday Igboho and where is Nnamdi Kanu? And you know that you are like an outcast in your own land.
Outcast, complete outcast. Complete outcast.
In your own land. The land that your forefathers fought to keep it till your time. Because of your selfish interests, we are giving it out to the enemies to quench your existence. Ojuku fought the war of survival because they said kill everybody from 2 years and above. The rest and train them Hausa language. That was the purpose of the Biafra war. But people say, no way. Our ancestors fought with him to defend, to make you to still be alive today. And your name still remain. And you see people walking, mortgaging their future, as in mortgaging their freedom to make sure you have a better life. Then, likewise in the land of Burkina Faso, Tory just offer himself as a living sacrifice, knowing very well that they may assassinate him or he may survive it. He choose anyone that comes.
Yes.
And you see your brothers that have done that.
Now, another, sorry for interrupting.
And you are fighting.
I noticed something. That's what I told somebody. If you watch Burkina Faso, you will notice that Burkina Faso is key in to the vision of Ibrahim Traoré. That is why some people are sleeping outside to protect him. All of them, they came together. They key in. Then Mazen Nandekana have come, taught us, see what is coming to before us. What stops Biafrans, especially Igbos, for keying in to this man's vision? Despite seeing all the things he have told us in the past, many years ago, they are still they are happening today. Yet we don't want to key in to that vision.
Brother, it's funny. Do you have the last brokers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? I think you should be playing it before you start.
I played it here today. I played it. I will still play it again.
I beg you, play it again for them. The last broadcast. Then when anybody that listen to it finish and refuse to get sense, we never get sense for his entire life.
Even animal, once they sense threat, even fowl, we will see fowl will become violent.
The ones that are better than them, the ones that are better than them, they blackmail him. So they will frustrate him
To use blackmail.
to give way.
Blackmail has been
I pity for some people. Let me leave the line so that others can contribute.
All right.
You know,
Biafrans
it is like a snake. It is like a snake that fall before the lame. The lame asked the snake, say, "Oh man, you know I cannot run. Start biting from anywhere you choose." Our people get to get sense. If you choose not to get sense, no problem. They have come. Either your mother or your father or your brother or your sister or even yourself will use your blood to purchase Biafra.
Exactly.
For Biafra to come, it will definitely come. It will be like what Bible said, that those people that miss the first flight of going to heaven will use their blood to purchase the salvation. That's how it's going to be. The massacre will come. Then the Biafran people will, hey, write it in your diary, like I've said it and I will say it again. A day will come when the massacre will be too much. The blood of people will flow on the streets. The rich men in Igbo land will tell you enough is enough. We got to go for Biafra. And Biafra becomes their last option.
And this
for
was
them
what
to leave.
This was what happened to Jews.
That day will come. Write it down.
Exactly. You've said it in countless times. And the same thing happened to Jews until that fateful day that Hitler massacred 6 million. A day. That was when they said, no, enough is enough. That was when they started looking for the state of Israel. And with the look of things, it looks as if this is the only way out for Biafra, because going by what we are seeing today,
Now, bye bye, Charlie. Bye bye. Who want to get sense? Get sense. Who don't want to get sense? Let him continue working in stupidity. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too much, Nick.
And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idols, and we can never ever worship idols. It's impossible. This very family, this IPOB belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaints. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to say that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Opa, Sita, and the Fatima are still in some of you. When the time comes, they'll buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what you're doing. You can't. Not in the truth. You cannot. Not in the trillion. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and the same God of Immaculate, the same God of Unwe, the same God of Orae, the same God of Uwe, the same God of Aroki. But if you know about the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these new colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say what mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us.
You see,
they can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off.
Do you see the people we
can
are
do
battling
anything
with?
they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
I believe you all heard what MNK said. I believe you all heard what MNK said. Do you see their war chest, their budget? Over $20 billion. Not only that, their foot soldiers, the militia, they are kidnapping us. They are kidnapping us and we are paying ransom to them. These are the people we are wrestling to liberate ourselves from. It's quite unfortunate too. Biafrans, our existence is under threat. Oh, you guys should know this now. Our existence is under threat. When are we? In fact, if the question I want to ask we Biafrans or we Igbos, what is that thing that will say this is our collective interest? What is that thing? What is that thing that will say, for the sake of this thing, I will put my selfish interest aside? What is that thing? Nothing. Everything we will put our selfish interest. At what point are we going to say, no, for this reason, no, I cannot? What is this? What is that thing that is our collective interest? Everything is, we try to blackmail, we try to sabotage. When the when that one by one, I got Or that time, Kaiga, if when are we going to learn? Must we learn the hard way? Because since we fail to learn now, it seems the only way for us to learn is by learning the hard way. And I don't know how many of us will survive learning the hard way. You know, the same thing is what Jews we are doing during their own days because they are merchants. They are all over the world, like we Igbos. They are all over the world doing business. At a point, they conspire against them all over the world. They conspire against them. One fateful morning, this BMW you are seeing, no, not BMW, this you are seeing today is a Jewish company. Now, Jewish man get them. Go and make your research. This car you are seeing today. Now, Jewish man get them for Germany. They dominated the economy of Germany. At a point, Nazis in them they were threatened. They were threatened. The way we Igbos dominated the economy of Nigeria. Now Hitler say no. Just one day, I back you over 6 million Jews, but we are over. Eba kara no where one day Jews again that they have to look for their land though. They have to go back. They start disturbing. They have to do what? They have to go and look for a place they will call their home to settle there and build themselves there. That by that time, if they happens to have a place they call their home, build their place, both security and otherwise, that these things they are witnessing around the world, it will stop. Because their strength will come from that their home, from that their home country. That is how they started fighting for state of Israel. And a few people, few people, and even as they were fighting for this state of Israel, some people decided to them. Some people decide to be a sabotage to what we are seeing today. Our existence is under threat, yet some people choose to be a sabotage. You know what Israel did? They kept on pushing, till they came to that place they are today. They were Arab war. They ganged up against them. 6 days war. Because they have 99 now. Jews have seen 99 all over the world. Moko property. Like I could remember one video MNK made when he visited Italy, Merchant of Venice. Chilok, is it Chilok? One house. He made a video in one house in Italy. He said the owner of this house is a Jewish man. That time, and they persecute Jews all over the world is when they seized that house. MNK used that house to make program and told Igbos and Biafrans all over the world, see, this house is owned by a Jewish man. Today, when Jews were facing persecution, is when the Italians they seized the house. He said the same thing will happen to we Biafrans if we fail to learn. As they were fighting to establish the state of Israel, some decide to be a saboteur. Some are sabotaging. They said no wahala. They kept on pushing. They kept on pushing. They fought all the whole Arab nations that ganged up against them. Within 6 days, and it's between that 67, that time we were fighting our war. That was when they handled their own by their own war in Kehagwan. The war be the 45, is it 45 or thereabouts? Either 45, I don't actually get the actual time, but within that period, I be our own war. Within that same period, they can by their own war. It seems it's 6 days war. They defeated the whole Arab nations, which is that place. You know what they did? After they have settled there, however, Mezegan say, okay, now you see all those people that sabotage us, they will pay, and the high agent to have a war. So if you guys, if you like, keep sabotaging Biafra, but one thing is certain, if for that sabotage, because people who sabotage the first Biafra, they felt after they sabotaged Biafra, Nigeria government, compensated them. Most of them, their money were not seized. They gave them lucrative positions and posts in their government parastatals. You know, I could remember one story somebody told me. Said the mother told him the story. Now, during that war, after the war, because Obabia Sekasi from their place, according to the guy, he said Obabia Sekasi from their place. So the women from the community now went to Obabia Seka house and said, Obabia Seka, we saw the role you played during the war. You worked against Uju. You worked against Biafra. What Obabia Seka replied them, Onuberu Nyalacha. I said, I say, yes, no Onuberu Nyalacha. According to the guy, Osna, as God may have it, at that time, the season of Pia, their mother, sinner, na mama at that time, no sooner the women that went and gather peers, Bojue and Kata. Uri ejeno jena be obadi asika tobale senu mba n'ube na ebute gurugu ube in abundance in ezube lacha. This was the story the guy told me. He said Obadi Asika is from their community however Obadi Asika. He said that thing is affecting the family. Look at that very moment when I call him this story. Also now the thing affecting the children is affecting them. That nobody even wants to go to that family to marry. Or where will the ear their father men or their grandfather or their ancestors as the case may be. Onuberu Nyalacha Umwani community, including the mother, Mama Eden, that's the grandmother, was among the women that carried pears in baskets, took it to the Babiasika house. Tobane Edia said, ne, Uba Yeru enough, Kielacha enough. So what am I saying? To you people sabotaging Biafra, which one or the other, because Jews being Israel you see today, when they restored the state of Israel, however you see, now those people that sabotaged Biafra, that was how they formed Mossad. The primary purpose of why they formed Mossad, they sabotage their freedom. Ka ha form Mossad, Miami, however, Chubandini na sabotage their nation. Anywhere they are in the world, when they make a bubble, when by Kala, they vowed and they make sure. Even there was one I read the book. The man had go aged. It be like say the man don't reach 80 something to is 80 something years. The very day at Onyeria, the man said he has waited for a day like this. That he knew that the people that sabotage the state of Israel, na hanchani ne would to the end. Na nyawa no man a day like this will come. A pity banner na age ya one na drop walia. Ha drop while the man. This Mossad you are seeing today, Mossad, that Israeli secret service. After Kahalucha, that mission, Kaiju organizes their secret service because all the operations they did then, each way to hunt and they sabotage their nation. They carried out the operation secretly. Why secretly Kaiju carry out the operation with Chanine? If you are sabotaging Biafra, eh? One thing we know, the people that benefited in the first war, after the war, have benefited a position. You get the government position, the Nigerian government. If you say that sabotage pays, that is why some people choose today to be sabotaging. That is why you will see some people, they will be paid. Hana Bagari. Imagine Gumi that is doing everything protecting bandit, ndị ama na-kidnap ndị mmadụ, ndị ama na-apịa ndị mmadụ igwe. Umia stand there, gwaga na ọmụ ebe ha nọ na forest, jee na forest meet ya, they take picture with them. Even at a point, there was one that was, saying something, one of the Fulani militia. The guy who got the some people who understands Hausa they were interpreting it. This is what the bandits were saying. Now how can they afford this gun? Now they're hungry now. But all people who are well placed in the society and politicians now so had this gun. Not have finance. Now ordinarily they cannot afford the gun. But all these same people well placed in the society now so they have gone. I don't know if you guys can remember. The guy was speaking it in Hausa, and some people who understand Hausa interpret it. Kumi was only person advice. This IPOB Mazen Nandekan said here, Nenya advice that the best way to fight IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, the best way to fight them is to equip Igbo youths. Equip them. Now, after that advice, some people made themselves available and they are being used to hunt their fellow Igbo. Only just crime here on us now. Biafra for your own good. How much are they paying you? You will by mafia, onwe hozurugi. You will now hunt to their flesh and blood. Whereas the man that gave you guys that advice, they protect you that is going around buying people. You think, one thing is certain, Biafra will come. Biafra if I will go here one side. For that method the Israeli use, I can use that same method. That same method will be used. Failure to do so, some people will still believe that sabotage pays. Or you can sabotage. Imagine he sabotage, but for forgiveness. Say let them forgive you. That you don't know when you do it. Or high enough. Or high enough. No, we can't continue like this. Time shall come for people to know that there is heavy price for sabotage. There is heavy price for sabotage. Anyways, let me once more play this MNK prophecy of 2015, after which I will call it a day. But if you want to call, you can still call in. You can still call in.
Since we enter the zoo and charge, as I told you before, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is correct. I told you on this platform that they will come for you. You see, let me tell you one thing that people don't know because you don't know history. I forgive some of you because in your schools in the zoo, they don't teach you anything. I want some people to actually go and sit down and study the history of Islam. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped growing. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped expanding through militancy and war. Others have stopped, only Islam. Islam believes in expanding through war, and that war is coming. Now, I must put on record. I want you to record this very broadcast and play it all the time for our people to also understand and listen very carefully. And I will say it tonight. And if you come to me in the future, I will refer you to the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. And that I made this very comment I'm about to make now at precisely 10 minutes to 8 p.m. in the evening. If ISIS comes down into the zoo, of course they're part of Boko Haram anyway. If they fall, not if they, because they are forged an alliance already. If they launch any attack with the name of ISIS on the zoo soil, if they come to us to give us weapons, I will decline it. I will allow them to kill all of you before we mount any kind of offensive. Let me tell you one thing that you don't understand. Some of you claim you went to school, but you didn't go to school. Because if you went to school, you would understand how Islam works. Islam is coming for you. They must come for you. It's a MUST must. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Only you can defend yourselves. ISIS is coming, not just Boko Haram, but the real bad people that are coming. They need access to the oil, and they will get it to secure their financial base for their continued expansion within the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. The zoo is seen as pivotal, and Biafra land is where the resources that are looking for is lying in. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you are listening to the Biafra. Very, very lucky. I'm telling you the truth. Or else I can not go through your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I'm I need guns and I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then I have been sounding this morning, I've been telling you, they are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves.
Is it not happening?
Now, right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be deserted unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, I also brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we're capable of doing. These are Awasa groups, and you are not listening. That's not what I want to model in the book Christianity. So you are not listening because the devil has gone into all these idols that you worship. The devil has gone inside you to harden your heart, to blind your eyes that you can no longer see. That day, I will tell you to remember the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. I will tell you to
of June 2015.
I need guns and I need weapons.
You need guns and
if I don't have guns and bullets, the army of Biafra cannot defend your towns and villages. The sooner you get that into your thick skull, the better for everybody. You are black people, you don't listen, I know that for sure. But the sooner you take this very message seriously, the better for everybody. Or else you're finished. ISIS is coming. They will enter the zoo and Chad very, very shortly. Not as Boko Haram, they are coming in as their franchise and as their name dictates. ISIS is coming. If you like, make this while the sun is shining, or if you like, you can continue to become and stupid. It doesn't entirely up to you. By the way, I won't be there, but you'll be there anyway. And radio therefore will not report it, and nobody will. If you like, you give us guns. If you like, you don't. We are trying to save you, not you saving us.
As MNK said, if you like, give us gun. If you like, give us weapon. Have you guys given them guns? He said when this thing will start, it will not be there. But Lekan, what you said is true. Now you remind me. According to that Fulani guy, he said cows don't born gun. Now they are politicians, they give them gun. No. But they are politicians. You remember the video I'm talking about? So Biafrans, the ball is on our court. You hear what MNK said here? Say they are coming. That the land of Biafra will be decimated. Our land has it not been decimated? What remains? Tell me what remains again in Biafra land? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is something in Natu said. You know, that man is one of the man that makes sense. Each time the man draws video, I listen to his video. That's Natu TV. He said, Igbos, they are on social media ranting, making noise. He said he wonder if these Igbo are the Igbos his father told him about. He said he looks as if other tribes they dug a hole and use plank to cover the hole they dug. And Igbos, you know, they now made Igbos are now standing on top of the wood or plank they used to cover the hole they dug. And they are throwing money, thinking that they are standing on a solid ground. forgetting that under the plank or the wood is a hole. He said, and the people that dug this hole, they are watching Igbos laughing. They are throwing money, doing party, birthday party, marriage, throwing money. And the people that dug this hole, they are somewhere looking at Igbos laughing. That one day, all they can do is just draw the plank. Once they draw it, everybody will fall inside. See, at this very point in time, Igbos are yet to learn. They are on social media. These ones will be talking about religions. The ones fighting for freedom will be attacking each other. The one who feels they have money will be organizing party, throwing money. He say he will be looking at Igbos and be shedding tears. Say, does it mean this race don't know? Does it mean these Igbos don't know they are the primary target in Nigeria? Well, a word they said is enough for the wise. If you like, stay at your comfort zone. Keep arguing, but one thing is certain. All the things MNK said have come to pass. And he told us they will come. And when they came, our land will be decimated. Ihiamufu is bleeding. Some people will say it's happening at Ihiamufu. Don't forget, when it was happening at Benue, all those side, middle belt, we were saying it cannot happen in Igbo land. It cannot happen in Igbo land. Today, we are saying it in Igbo land. And maybe you are from Anambra, you are saying it can only happen in Enugu. It can only happen in Ebonyi. Don't forget, it was once happening in Middle Belt. It was once happening in Kaduna. Now, they are expanding, according to MNK, say they will keep expanding until they dip that Quran into Atlantic Ocean. Now, they are in a Hamufu boundary between the north, the Benue, lower Benue, and Ebony. Before you know it, you are in Anambra State. You feel that Anambra is secured. They will still expand down to Anambra. Imo State, the center, they have already taken over that place. Nda cordon guy, yo. This will have cordon also. Imo State, Imo State. In fact, the boundary and the center, how they are in control. All they need to do is just small push around wide up. And don't forget, our land are not too big. Just one day, I am one signal. One signal, how can I target? One signal. When then that by me, I won't get Imo State that time. Wake up one morning. As no when they Jim away, book Jasia people. When them mad, it will still happen. Now we don't want to learn. At this junction, I will call it a day. Please subscribe to this channel. If you like the message we are passing, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. I greet you all. Peace and love.